Good morning, dear children. Now we will be moving to our next topic, combination of resistors. Do you know what is the use of a resistor? A resistor is used in order to introduce or provide resistance in a circuit. A single resistor may not provide the necessary resistance in a circuit. So we'll be using combination of resistors. Okay. So many resistors will be used together in a circuit in order to get the necessary resistance. Now, these resistors can be connected in two different ways. In series and in parallel. Okay. So, do you remember the symbol for a resistor? This is the symbol for a resistor. Okay. First, we will be considering about series connection of resistors. Okay. It is known as series connection. If you are connecting resistors one after the other, we will be calling it as series connection. Okay. Resistors ഒന്നിനു പുറകെ ഒന്നായിട്ട് കണക്ട് ചെയ്ത് പോവുകയാണെങ്കിൽ we will be calling it as series connection. So this is a series connection. And let me name these resistors as R1, R2 and R3. So I have connected three resistors R1, R2 and R3. Now in order to make it into a circuit, let me connect a cell and a key. This is the positive terminal, this is the negative terminal. Okay. Now, in the case of series connection, when it is connected to a cell, naturally current will be flowing through this, isn't it? In the case of series connection, the total resistance offered by this circuit, okay, total resistance, we'll call it as equivalent resistance, R equivalent. Equivalent stands for the entire resistance offered by the circuit. So, R equivalent is given by R1 plus R2 plus R3. That is, in series connection, the total resistance or the equivalent resistance will be the sum of the individual resistances. So, if I am connecting 5 resistors, then R1 plus R2 plus R3 plus R4 plus R5. Okay. So similarly, how many resistors are connected? The sum of the individual resistors will be the total or the equivalent resistance offered in that circuit. Now, two more things you have to remember. We have the derivation for this, but this time it is removed from the syllabus, so no need to consider the derivation. But before doing the numericals, you should remember certain things. First thing is, in series connection, the total resistance will be the sum of the individual resistors. Okay. Second thing, when you are considering a series connection, here the same current I will be flowing through each and every resistor. എത്ര resistor connect ചെയ്താലും series connection same current will be flowing through all the resistors. Okay. But here the potential across each will be different. Okay. V1, V2 and V3 will be the potential across R1, R2 and R3. So these are the three things what you have to remember about series connection. First thing, series connection means we are connecting the resistors one after the other. That will be series connection. Starting end and the finishing end will be different. Okay, that is series connection. Then what all things you have to remember? Total resistance will be the sum of the individual resistances. Etra resistors connect ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ടോ എല്ലാത്തിന്റെ resistance add ചെയ്യുവാണെങ്കിൽ you will be getting the equivalent or the total resistance. Now the second thing, in series connection, same current will be flowing through all the entire circuit. Then in a series connection, the voltage or the potential difference will be different at different resistors. Potentially different but current will be same. Okay. So this is what you have to remember about series connection. Now, next is about the parallel connection. So in the case of parallel connection, here also I am considering 3 resistors. What we are doing is, we will be connecting the ends of all the 3 resistors together. So here I have taken 3. How many resistors are there? All those resistors, ends of those resistors will be connected together, and from that common point we will be giving the connection to the cell or the battery. Okay, so here if it is parallel connection, each resistor is directly connected to the cell. Here, first one is connected to the positive terminal, second one is connected to the first one, third one is connected to the second, and the end of the third is connected to the negative terminal. But in the case of parallel connection, each and every resistor, each and every resistor will be connected directly to the cell or the battery. Okay, so is it clear? So the ends will be connected together, and from there we will be giving the connection to the cell or the battery. So here also let R1, R2 and R3 be the resistors. Now if the key is closed, current will be flowing. So current will reach here, and when it reaches here, what happens? Current splits into 3. Okay. In this case, current splits into 3. Then when it reaches here, again it will become I. And the total V, potential will be same for all the 3 resistors. In the case of parallel connection, the ends of the resistors will be connected together, and from there the connection is given to the cell or the battery. That means each and every resistor is connected directly to the cell. Now the current flowing through each resistor will be different because here it is dividing into branches. Okay, so current will be different in the case of parallel connection, but what about potential? Potential will be same for all the 3 resistors. And now what about the total resistance in this case? In the case of parallel circuit, our equation is 1 by R is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. That is the total resistance or the equivalent resistance in the case of parallel connection. When you are considering, the reciprocal of the equivalent resistance is equal to sum of the reciprocal of the individual resistances. In the case of series connection, directly you can add all the resistances. But in the case of parallel connection, what is our equation? Reciprocal of, it is 1 by R equivalent. Okay, not R equivalent. So 1 by R equivalent is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. That means in the case of parallel connection, the reciprocal of the equivalent resistance is equal to the sum of the reciprocals of individual resistances. Okay, so isn't clear? What about parallel connection? What all things you have to remember? Here each and every resistor is directly connected to the cell or the battery. Resistors will be different. Similarly, we will be having different currents flowing through the different resistors, but the potential will be same. And here, the equivalent resistance will be the reciprocal of the equivalent resistance will be equal to the sum of the reciprocals of the individual resistances. Okay. Now, listen to my question. We learned about series connection as well as parallel connection. In which type, in series or parallel, more resistance will be there? Which circuit, series connection or parallel connection, offers more resistance to the flow of current? Which one? It will be series connection. Why? In the case of series connection, total resistance is the sum of the individual resistances. എത്ര resistors connect ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ടോ അതിന്റെ എല്ലാം resistance in the sum ആണ് total resistance ആയിട്ട് വരിക. When you are considering the series connection. But in the case of parallel connection, reciprocal ആണ് നമ്മൾ എടുക്കുന്നത്. പിന്നെ you have to take it the original value. So reciprocal എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് ഈ ഓരോ റെസിസ്റ്ററും ഓഫർ ചെയ്യുന്ന റെസിസ്റ്റൻസസിന്റെ റെസിപ്രോക്കലിന്റെ സം ആണ്. ദാറ്റ് മീൻസ് ദ വാല്യൂ ഓഫ് റെസിസ്റ്റൻസ് ഓഫേർഡ് വിൽ ബി ലെസ്. ഓക്കെ, സോ സീരീസ് സർക്യൂട്ട്, ഇൻ എ സർക്യൂട്ട്, ഇഫ് യു വോണ്ട് ടു provide more resistance, we have to use series connection. If you want to provide less resistance, we have to use parallel connection. That is the another important thing what you have to remember. Series connection means it offers more resistance. അതിനകത്തുള്ള എല്ലാ റെസിസ്റ്റേഴ്സിന്റെയും resistance will be there. പക്ഷെ parallel ആണെങ്കിൽ sum of the reciprocals of the individual resistances. Then again, in order to get R equivalent, we have to take the reciprocal of the answer. So the value will be less. Okay. So is it clear till this portion? Okay. So you should be thorough with this. Then only we can move to the numericals. Okay. So what all things you have to remember? Series angle R1 plus R2 plus R3. If it is parallel, 1 by R equivalent is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. Now, one more thing I can say, when you are considering parallel connection, okay, in the case of parallel connection, if we are having just two resistors, okay, so an easy way to do the sum. Parallel connection, we are having just two resistors. So 1 by R equivalent will be 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. This will be 1 by R equivalent. So since two things are coming, after taking the reciprocal, what will we get? Instead of drawing, it is not going. Okay, so here it will be reciprocal will be R1 R2. Then, sorry, not reciprocal, LCM. R1 into R2 you can do. Then you can just cross multiply this and take, no? R2 plus R1 by R1 R2 is 1 by R equivalent. So what will be R equivalent? It will be R1 R2 by R1 plus R2. Okay. So this we can use directly in order to solve the numericals. If only two resistors are there and if they are collected in parallel, in order to get the equivalent resistance, use the equation R1 R2 by R1 plus R2. Okay. What happens is, in general, when we solve for parallel circuit, we will do the entire thing for 1 by R equivalent. But we will forget to get R equivalent. Our final answer 1 by R equivalent kittiyittu adinte reciprocal eduthale will be getting the total resistance. But usually we will forget to do that. Okay. So please keep in mind 1 by R equivalent alla namakku vendathu. Total resistance ennu parayane we need R equivalent. So final answer and reciprocal we have to take. But only two resistors are there. Directly you can use this equation. Okay. So is it clear? Now, with this we completed this section. I told you the expression or the derivations are not needed. You have to write the answers for all the questions given in exercise 8B. Okay. Answers of questions in exercise 8B. 11 questions are there. For 1 or 2 answers are there. So for that you don't write. Rest you have to write in your notebook. Now we will be moving to the numericals. Okay. So listen. Question number 1 given in page number 201. The diagram shows a cell of EMF epsilon is equal to 2 volt and internal resistance R is equal to 1 ohm connected to an external resistance R is equal to 4 ohm. So before moving to the numerical, I'll just tell you what all things you have to remember. First thing is epsilon. Epsilon is the characteristic property of the cell. Epsilon is equal to capital V plus small v. Epsilon is the EMF, capital V is the terminal voltage and small v is the voltage drop. Then capital V is given by I into capital R, where capital R is the external resistance. How many resistors we are connecting to the circuit. Then voltage drop, small v is I into small r, where small r is the internal resistance. Okay. So epsilon is equal to I into capital R plus I into small r. Then in a question, if you are asked to calculate the current, you have to use Ohm's law. We have the Ohm's law as V equal to IR. So if you are asked to calculate the current, epsilon is equal to V equal to IR. Instead of that, you are taking epsilon is equal to IR. So what will be I? I will be epsilon by R. So in order to calculate current, always you have to consider external resistance as well as internal resistance. If it is to calculate the terminal voltage, use only external resistance. If you are calculating the voltage drop, use only internal resistance. Once again, in a problem, if you are asked to calculate current, you have to use external resistance and internal resistance. If you are asked to calculate voltage drop, internal resistance alone. If it is terminal voltage, it will be external resistance alone. Okay. So, when we are doing the numericals, the first thing is, with the question itself, we will write what all things are given. So, what all things are given here? Epsilon is given as 2 volt. Internal resistance is given as 1 ohm. And external resistance is given as 4 ohm. Okay, so these are the three things given in the question. Then we have the ammeter and the voltmeter. Ammeter measures the current in the circuit and the voltmeter measures the terminal voltage. EMF means it is the feature of that cell itself. Okay, now what will be the readings of the ammeter and voltmeter when key K is open? So first question, when key is open, what will be the reading shown in the ammeter and voltmeter? Key open aanu. That means no current is flowing through it. So what will be the current? Current will be 0. Key closed aanengil maatrame current can flow. So since key is open, current is 0. Then what about the potential here? Key closed aanengil, if no current is flowing through a circuit, then the potential difference will be same as the EMF. അതല്ലേ EMF എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. കറണ്ട് ഡ്രോ ചെയ്തിട്ടില്ലെങ്കിൽ അവിടെയുള്ള പൊട്ടൻഷ്യൽ ആണ് EMF. So what will be the value for V? It will be 2 volt. Okay. Now next one, when the key is closed. Key closed ആണെങ്കിൽ, I told you I is equal to, what is the equation? We are using Ohm's law. V equal to IR aanu. So I is equal to V by R. I is equal to, here instead of V, we are taking the EMF. EMF by R plus R. Current കാണുവാണെങ്കിൽ you have to take internal resistance and external resistance. So it is 2 by 1 plus 4. Capital R is 4. This is 1. So 2 divided by 5. 20 by 5, which is equal to how much? 0.4 ampere. Okay, 0.4 ampere is the current flowing through the circuit. Epsilon by R plus R. Now what about V? When current is flowing through a circuit, potential drop will be, or the potential difference will be equal to the terminal voltage. So which one I have to take? V equal to IR. I should take only capital R. കാരണം ഇത് current draw ചെയ്യുമ്പം ഉള്ള potential difference. So current is how much? 0.4. How much is the external resistance? 4. 4 into 4, 16. Since one decimal point is there, 1.6. So our answer is 1.6 volt. Okay. Now we will move to the next question. A battery of EMF 3 volt. So with the question itself, I will write battery of EMF 3 volt supplies current through a circuit in which the resistance can be changed. A high resistance voltmeter is connected across the battery. When the current is 1.5 ampere, when the current is 1.5 ampere, voltmeter reads 2.7. So capital V is 2.7 volt. Find the internal resistance of the battery. Okay. So epsilon I and capital V are given. So we are asked to calculate the internal resistance offered by the battery. So here you have to remember the first equation what we learned. Epsilon is equal to capital V plus small v. And from here you have to calculate small v. What will be small v? Epsilon minus capital V. Our epsilon is 3, capital V is 2.7. So how much we will be getting? 3 minus 2.7 is 0.3 volt. This is the small v. That means voltage drop. Voltage drop means it is I into small r. Isn't it? Small r is internal resistance. For V kitty, I is already there. Now you can calculate R. So this implies R is equal to V by small letter V by I. V is 0.3. How much is our current? Current is 1.5. So now multiply numerator and denominator with 10. So you will be getting 3 by 15. 3 by 15 divided by 0.1, 30 by 15, which is equal to 2. So 0.2 volt is, internal resistance. So it is 0.2 ohm. 0.2 ohm is our answer. Okay. Okay, now we will move to question number 3. A cell of EMF 1.8 volt. So, epsilon is 1.8 volt and internal resistance R is equal to 2 ohm. Internal resistance is small letter R. Is connected in series with an ammeter of resistance 0.7 ohm and a resistor of 4.5 ohm as shown in the figure. So you can look into that diagram. So what you can see there, ammeter is offering a resistance and that value is 0.7 ohm. Then the externally connected resistor is 4.5 ohm. This cell matram internal resistance. Baki evadeka kodukunnundo, all those things will come under the external resistance. So you are having two external resistors, and how are they connected? They are connected in parallel. Okay, series. So let me name it as RA. Ammeter offering cheyunnathu RA, which is 0.7 ohm, and the other one I'm just naming it as RB. Okay, so 4.5 ohm. Now we have to calculate the reading in the ammeter. So current, isn't it? What is the equation for current? I is equal to epsilon by R plus R. Current all the resistors should be added there. Now, how much is epsilon? 1.8 divided by capital R. Since these resistors are connected in series, what is the equation for calculating total resistance? Sum of the individual resistances, isn't it? So, for 0.7 plus 4.5, how much you will be getting? 5.2 plus 2. So, here you will be getting 1.8 by 7.2. If it is 18 by 7.2, how much you are getting? 8, 16, 24, 32. That means 4. 18 into 4 is 72. 1 by 4 means how much it is? 0.25 ampere. So 0.25 is the ampere is the current flowing through the circuit. Now you are asked to calculate the potential difference across the terminals. That is capital V. Capital V is I into capital R. In order to calculate the terminal voltage or potential difference, we don't want to consider the internal resistance. Current 0.25. In external resistance, it is 5.2. So, 0.25 into 5.2. When you are multiplying, you will be getting the value as it will be 25 into 52. Okay. So you will be getting it as 1300. That is what you will be getting. I am not wasting time to do it. So since 3 decimal places are there, you will be getting it as 1.3. So 1.3 volt will be the answer. Okay. So that is over. Okay, now question number 4. The music system draws a current of 400 milliampere when connected to a 12 volt battery. Okay. So what all things are given there? Current is given as 400 milliampere. Milliampere means it will be 400 into 10 raised to minus 3 ampere. Okay. Then what about the value for epsilon? It is given as 12 volt. Epsilon is given as 12 volt. What is the resistance of the music system? So we need the resistance offered by the music system. So R is equal to epsilon by I, isn't it? Here they didn't mention anything about the internal resistance. So directly you can do. How much is epsilon? 12. Now 400 into 10 raised to minus 3. This will be 0.4. Isn't it? So 120 by 4 is coming. This will be equal to 30 ohm. We got the resistance as 30 ohm. Now what is the next question? The music system, if left playing for several hours and finally the battery voltage drops and the music system stops playing when the current drops to 320 milliampere. When the current becomes 320 milliampere, that means 320 into 10 raised to minus 3 ampere. Current 320 milliampere ആവുമ്പോഴത്തേക്ക് voltage drop പറ്റിയിട്ട് it stops. Okay. At what battery voltage does the music system stop playing? So we have to calculate at what voltage drop it stops. At what voltage? At what battery voltage? Voltage drop at what battery voltage it stops. V equal to I into R. I is given as 320 into 10 raised to minus 3. So let me take it as 0.32. Okay. 0.32 into, what about the resistance? Resistance is 30. Isn't it? So we are having 0.320 320 into 10 raised to minus 3. That is 0.32 into 30. 32 into 3 means it will be 32 into 3 will be 96. Isn't it? Then with this 0, decimal point will come here. Up 3.2 into 3. So how much you will be getting? 9.6 volt. 32. This decimal point will move to this side with this 0. Up 3.2 into 3. 32 into 3 means it is 96. One decimal place is there. 9.6 volt. Okay. So thank you children.